January 15, 2017. 6 children dead after Trump sends brutal message to CIA, "Your families are next." A truly grim Foreign Intelligence Service, SVR, urgent alarm bulletin circulating in the Kremlin today is reporting that on 12 January, at 0:37-4 GMT, 12:37 M/US East Coast, Cosmos 2515, spy satellite, detected the electronic signature of a directed energy weapon, DEW, being used, fired in the northeastern environs of Baltimore, Maryland, immediately after which American news reports said that the home of a top U.S. government intelligence operative named Katie Malone, who works for U.S. Democratic Party Representative Elijah Cummings, had exploded into flames, killing, at least, 6 of her children. According to this bulletin, Representative Cummings is a longtime member of the U.S. Congress, who on 15 November, 1 week after Donald Trump became president-elect, began the current hysteria overtaking America when he used his position as the senior Democrat on the House Oversight Committee to push forward an investigation into Russia's supposed hacking of the U.S. 2016 presidential election. Immediately after Representative Cummings initiated the Obama-Clinton-Bush regime's interview ploy to discredit and destroy President-elect Trump, this bulletin notes, his top intelligence staffer Katie Malone began a series of meetings in her Catonsville office with known, suspected operatives of the Central Intelligence Agency, CIA, the 2 most notable being Matt Harrigan and John Schindler, both of whom have directly called for the assassination of President-elect Trump. The terms interview ploy, this bulletin explains, refers to a common tactic used to destroy any Western government trying to make peace with Russia that was first utilized by Britain's Secret Intelligence Service, MI6, in 1924 against Prime Minister Ramsay MacDonald, who had granted full diplomatic recognition to the then Soviet Union, communistic Russia, but whose government was destroyed when MI6 operatives released a fake news-forged letter to the press that said Prime Minister MacDonald had secretly colluded with Russia, his government was illegitimate, and that Britain would be destroyed forever. Like MI6 had destroyed the MacDonald government by using the Genevieve ploy in 1924, this bulletin continues, the rabid anti-Trump Bush crime family member Jeb Bush contracted with a supposed former MI6 operative named Christopher Steele to create a new series of forged documents saying that President-elect Trump, like MacDonald before him, was colluding with Russia, his government was illegitimate, and the United States would be destroyed forever too. Unlike in 1924, however, when Prime Minister MacDonald was powerless to stop the MI6 plot against him, SVR analysts in this bulletin state, President-elect Trump is brutally fighting back against these deep state CIA-led forces trying to destroy him, and who has surrounded himself with one of the most feared private mercenary forces ever known that includes, at least, 370 ultra-elite Russian military-trained Special Forces troops. The importance of noting the now private ultra-elite Russian Special Forces troops protecting President-elect Trump and his family, this bulletin explains, is that many of them were trained by the Committee for State Security, KGB, whose ruthless tactics against their enemies when they are threatened are brutally legendary, and extends to the families of those seeking to do them harm that they have no problem at all of killing, and in today's instance is a not-so-subtle warning from President-elect Trump to his CIA-led deep state enemies, stop now or your families are next. To exactly why Representative Cummings' intelligence staffer Katie Malone was targeted by what the SVR details was a mobile U.S. military-directed energy weapon first described in the 2007 Pentagon report titled Defense Science Board Task Force on Directed Energy Weapons, this bulletin continues, is most likely due to her being a suspected member of what is called the Mormon Mafia who, in 1963, joined with the CIA in assassinating President John F. Kennedy, and who, like President-elect Trump today, wanted peace with Russia, and to shatter the CIA into 1,000 pieces. As to the known, suspected CIA operatives meeting with Mormon Mafia operative Katie Malone, and who publicly threatened to assassinate President-elect Trump, this bulletin details, the first is Matt Harrigan, who is the founding owner, and former CEO, of the computer security company Packet Sled that is funded by the CIA's In-Q-Tel private nonprofit investment company and Kashif Ventures LLC, whose owner, Taner Halishoglu, was one of the first 20 employees of the social giant Facebook, and who immediately after President-elect Trump was elected, ordered Facebook workers not to delete any postings relating to the assassination of Trump. Also meeting with suspected Mormon Mafia operative Katie Malone, this bulletin continues, was the known, suspected CIA operative John Schindler, who is a former analyst at the National Security Agency and former professor at the Naval War College, and who within hours of Malone's home being attacked, and her 6 children killed, said the CIA was preparing to assassinate President-elect Trump. They are taking traitor Trump out now. With the former highly respected U.S. Congressman Ron Paul now warning that if President Trump takes his rogue populism too far, he will suffer the wrath of the same people who took out Kennedy, and his further stating about the CIA-led deep state that there is an element of chaos present during this unprecedented transfer of power to the 45th president, and a wounded animal in the defensive attack posture. This bulletin says, the American people are being left in total confusion about what this now deadly civil war is all about. And as to the real fears of the CIA-led deep state, along with their Obama-Bush-Clinton regime criminal allies, about President-elect Trump, and their needing him to be assassinated prior to his taking power, this bulletin concludes, is due to his preparing to declassify all of the surveillance videos currently in the possession of the FBI showing conclusively that on September 11, 2001, 9/11, the Pentagon was struck with a cruise missile, not a plane, and that upon these videos being released to the American public, will not just drain the swamp, but explode it.